Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. And I am shouting over the rain. We're under a severe weather warning where I am in the Western Cape. A flood warning. It has rained and rained and rained, and it is going to carry on raining all night and into tomorrow. Very heavy rain. You can probably hear it. I've got a very anxious cat who can't believe what's happening. This is supposed to be spring, but anyway, thunder and lightning and stuff as well. Very, very frightening. Very, very frightening for Fluffy Cat anyway. So I'm going to shout my way through this reading. I'm going to look at 12 months ahead, look at the state of the union, the Parkle marriage, because in between the pawing and the clawing and the rictus grins, there were moments, micro moments that internet sleuths picked up where she looked tearful, he looked sullen. It looked like he was telling her off at times at the Invictus Games when she was pulling her dress open to merch and stuff like that, speculating, of course, that she's merching. So we're going to have a look at 12 card reading. For the first one, I'm going to look at Harry. Harry, using the Grimalkin's Curious Cats Tarot. We're going to do 12 months for him, starting now in September, where of course they've been very public, and we're going to take it through to next August and see what's going on. And the reason I'm doing this, apart from the micro expressions and those moments that were caught, is that British psychic Craig Hamilton Parker popped up on my YouTube feed a few days ago, and he's still insistent. He was just speaking off the cuff. Nobody had asked in particular about the Parkles, I don't think, but off the cuff said that definitely sees divorce still on the cards for them by 2024, during 2024. So we're going to have a look and see what's going on. See if they're all loved up, see whether there's any justification for what Craig Hamilton Parker says. I'm going to use these cards first for Harry. We're going to look at Harry's energy month by month for the next 12 months. And then I'm going to leave the cards on the table and do a second reading, same exact spread, 12 month spread, and put Megan's cards out and see how they tally with Harry's cards. Be quite interesting. I haven't done that before for these two on this channel. So let's see what the cards want to tell us. And let's remind you, of course, it's tarot for fun and entertainment. It's all opinion, speculation. I'm reading energy here, archetypal energy. And these cards, when I picked them up to do my pre-shuffle before I started recording, they just flew out of my hands and all over the table. So they want to tell me something, that's for sure. And a disclaimer in the box below. Of course, you know the drill, always the same. Applies to all the readings I do here on this channel. A few more shuffles, and then we get to go month by month. Starting this month, September, I'm doing this reading. If you pick this up later, this reading later, we're in September of 2023, right at the end of the month. We've just been through the equinox, and very, very intense energy around here. There we go. At the moment, they're literally somersaulting out. We're done. We're ready. And so I'm going to split the deck and then 12 cards from September of 2023 to August. So that's just over halfway through 2024, and see. Just going to do 3 rows. 1, 2, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. How are we doing? Can you see? May, June, July, August, and our underlying energy is going to be energy for the whole year and where he is. And it's a very interesting card that's come out as I scooch the cards up a little bit. These are quite big cards, these Curious Cats Tarot cards. But the overall energy, this is the energy that's going to sit with Harry the whole year. 2 of Swords, decision that he needs to make, and I'm starting with him first. So that's his energy for the year ahead. I'm starting with him first because I've been picking up that he's the one that's more likely to walk current energy, unless her billionaire comes good and offers her an enormous ring. And where is that ring? It still hasn't come back. then it looks like Harry is the one who's more tempted to just walk away, and that's decision time for him. Poised there. Got to choose a path, got to go one way or the other, both equally difficult to judge. And that's the energy that he is in, at a crossroads in his life. So let's look at current month, September. What do we have for Harry now? King of Cups. Quite emotionally fulfilled at the moment, and we know that because it's Invictus Games months, and he's had the World Child thing, and he's got a lot of attention, a lot of notice. He's back doing what he likes doing, the charity things, and looking like the good guy, and everybody adores him, and all the rest of it. So he's not dissatisfied with his lot at the moment, and we saw that at the Kevin Costner thing a few days ago as well. I got the King of Cups for him there as well, that he's enjoying himself. He likes schmoozing with all these people, these other, in my opinion, narcissists, a celebrity type of narcissists. He likes moving in those circles. He's always seemed to like celebrity more than being a royal, and that's so quite fulfilled at the moment. October, things go a bit quiet for him. Oops, I don't know which way that came out now. It's one of those ones that flew out. I think it came out like this. You can correct me in the comments, but it doesn't really matter. It's this thing of Six of Swords. It's whether it came out upright or in reverse. I can't stop and rewind, unfortunately. It is difficulties, and being aware of difficulties and wanting to put your difficulties behind you, maybe wanting to travel overseas, maybe wanting to go to Africa, take Archie along, or whatever is going on. Although I should think Archie should be at some form of school by now, early years kind of school. But Six of Swords, whichever way it came out, there is trouble, and there is a desire to move on for it. Maybe an inability to move on from the trouble, put it behind him, think he can turn over a new leaf, and that's his October energy. How's his November energy? We're heading back into court cases. Two of Wands, feeling like it's possible to have deals, partnerships, that the brand maybe gets an injection of enthusiasm. Maybe they get signed up, something happens that makes the brand look a whole lot more positive than it does right now. Whereas the Two of Wands, that we can conquer the world. It's still possible. We can still do this. We can still outshine the royals back in the UK, the dull old Brits in their deal in Paris. We can still do it, Megs. So that's a very enthusiastic energy. That's new projects, new passions. She might be off to Nigeria. He might be off to Africa. Still got the Netflix deal to do. So it's not giving up just yet. Not just yet. How about December? What's going on in December for Hasmin? Six of Pentacles is also a very a satisfied energy. It's working for him. He's doing charitable works, or Archibald is doing charitable works, and he's feeling like there's a good flow in his life. It's the sharing card, it's reciprocity, it's charity, it's generosity. He's feeling like maybe they're equal partners in the marriage at some stage. She's bringing in whatever to the relationship. He's bringing in whatever to the relationship. It's working. This is the only difficult card here, but this is the October energy. This is the hope, the hope that difficult times are behind him and he can go forward with exciting plans and charitable ventures and stuff. So it looks like the year is going to end quite stable for him. Feeling like he's on the right track, even though we have this underlying energy of big decisions to be made. Let's look at January 2024. We're into 2024 now. In the next row of cards, we get the Nine of Wands. Troubles start again, and I would say troubles start again because we have all those court cases that are ongoing, and that is somebody, that's the wet cat, that's the cat that is embattled with the Nine of Wands, the cat that has its guard up, the cat that's feeling fragile. It's had a traumatic experience and it's a little bit shocked, and just a bit like Fluffy is right now. So the year doesn't start on a good note. It's here we go again. After a few good months, we're back in trouble. He's back in trouble. He might be feeling battered and bruised and getting bad PR, and feeling vulnerable, feeling like he's got to protect himself. We're talking about their relationship. And so however the good things were at the end of the year, by 2024 things have soured again, and he's feeling quite alone, quite vulnerable, quite wounded. February, what's happening in February for Has-Been? 3 of Cups. He's hanging out with friends. It's kiss and makeup energy. The 3 of Cups. It's all good again. And this is the Sparkle vibe. And if you've ever been in a toxic relationship, you know how it goes. Good times and very bad times. And when the very bad times are over and you think never again, if you're involved with a narcissist, they go dangling that bait and reel you back in, and you go back in against your better judgment. And it looks like a bad start to the year, and then, oh, it's all great. Maybe we schmooze with more celebrities, and it's not as bad as you thought it was. Of course not. So it's that kind of an energy with for February. March, what's happening in March? March, we start to get trouble. King of Swords in reverse. That is lawyers. That's very fierce energy. That could be losing court cases or bad press, something going on that is very destructive, very wounding. The King of Swords in reverse isn't pleasant energy at all. It can be lawyers, accountants, those kinds of people. It can be a divorce card. It can be rude surprises, by communications that are very harsh, bitter, ending, vicious, cold, ruthless. There's that kind of a vibe. We're looking at him, his energy here. So it could be his energy that he suddenly just decides he's had enough. But there is trouble definitely in March. Trying to think where in the royal program we are in March, and nothing off the top of my head. It's not a big royal month, March, at all. April, what's happening for him in April? We've got a unity card. This is an extra in this tarot deck. It's an extra major arcana. It comes after the world, and it's unity. It's sort of yin and yang. It's balancing things. So we go through a rocky month here, and then we come back into some sort of balance in January, February, March, April. We come back into unity in April. So up and down, up and down, up and down for the first 4 months of 2024. May, what's happening in May? We're heading to the middle of 2024 now. New start. So okay, we can make this work. We can try harder. We can move somewhere. We can erase the past and claim that things aren't as toxic as they really are. And let's try again. Renew our vows for Netflix, something like that. With the Fool, we can do this again. We can. We've reached some sort of conclusion here. It could be that this is the moment. With the King of Swords here in reverse, we need her energy in this mix as well. So we're just setting out the basic template here, and when we layer her on top, we'll get a clearer idea. But the King of Swords in reverse is potential trouble in the relationship, and unity could be a finality, because it is the last card of the major arcana, and then we get to the beginning of the major arcana again, and fresh start, off to do something new. So it's possible that it's around this time of year that things go south. May, June. 8 of Wands, progress, communication, moving forward with whatever new project has started here. Lots of letters flying to and fro, possibly messages flying to and fro, possibly in the public eye, press stories flying about, possibly briefing against each other, or is the Eight of Wands. Who's going to win the PR battle? It could be. So that's June, July. Oh, here it comes. That's it. That's it. You don't recover from that in a relationship. Something's going on here. Something starts around here, and it lurches along, and here we're at June. No, where we are. Where are we? January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Tower. Tower is a classic divorce card. Especially when it's sudden. A sudden decision. I've had enough. I can't do this anymore. I'm done. And it's sitting here under this King of Swords, which is where the serious energy kicked in this reading. It's okay. Rest of the year, doesn't look like we're going to see anything too terrible. This doesn't start very well. I think this is court cases starting to go badly wrong. Maybe a bit of a party energy with the Three of Cups, and then the King of Swords in reverse. Then this ending and beginning, and briefing and communicating and traveling, maybe moving somewhere else. Tower, where do we go to August? What happens with August? King of Wands in reverse. That's lost his passion for the relationship, lost his enthusiasm for the relationship. Very angry man, potentially. Lots of drama, lots of fireworks, very destructive energy. The King of Wands, when he's in reverse, burn the place down kind of energy, can get like that. So it looks like we might have another year to wait. But this is interesting. It hits a wobbly time here quite early next year. So within the next 6 months or so, 6 or 7 months, it hits a wobble. It might recover briefly, and then it hits a bigger wobble by the middle of next year. Tower. We're going to stop there for this reading, and we're going to pick it up again with Megan, and we're going to overlay Megan's energy onto this and see if we can get a better idea of what is coming in the next 12 months.